This is Behind the Walls Talk, where the truth breaks chains and stories break silence. They labeled you, judged you, and spoke for you. But this time, the mic is yours. Say what you came to say.
My name is Louis Partridge, 0628223. I'm currently residing at Lumberton Correction. I'm serving a life sentence, and I feel that my story needs to be heard. I grew up in a broken family home. One mother who was on drugs. I knew my father, but he was on drugs, so I guess I can say that I was a product of my environment. So I turned to the streets at a young age. I felt like that I had to fend for myself. I came from a big family of brothers and sisters. I got 9 brothers and 5 sisters, so I felt like I had to step up in the wrong way to help my family out. And by me stepping up the wrong way, it led me to selling drugs and, getting that street money, as we say. And that led to feeling like I couldn't be disrespected. So in 2000, I ended up loaning my family, money, well, actually drugs, to get on his feet. And he felt like he didn't have to pay it back. And one thing led to another. And it's something that a lot of us don't understand, that it's a one word that can affect our whole life, and that's the word, or silly word, called pride. Pride can make you do things that you will regret later on in the future. And I've spent the last almost 26 years regretting that. But some people say regret, but I look at it as I didn't get arrested, I got rescued. And some people, it takes them to come to prison to have to find their worth. And since I've been incarcerated, I've learned myself more better than I could ever learn. I was a part of a gang. I was folk, and being in prison showed me that you really don't have brothers. All of those guys out there in the streets that tell you, yeah, bro, I'm with you. Yeah, bro, I love you. To them, love ain't nothing but a 4-letter word. They don't know what real love is. And we don't know what real love is until we experience real pain. And when you come in here and you start losing family members and, close friends, and you start losing them back to back, then you understand what love really is, because love is pain just as pain is love. And whenever you go through things like I've been through over these last 25 years, it makes you where some people allows it to turn them cold. When I first came to prison, I stayed on lockup for 9 years straight. I was mad at everybody. I wanted to, I just didn't care. But once I picked up my Quran, I'm Muslim. So, one thing I'm a big believer in is when you find God and you come to God, whichever walk you may choose to walk, whether it's Christian, Muslim, Jewish, whatever you choose your walk in life, turn your positive into a negative. Turn that pain into love. And, right now, I'm at the part of my life where I've done took over, I want to say, over 56 courses since I've been in here. I cut hair. It's nothing that I can't do when I step back into society. Like I say, I have a life sentence. I was given a life sentence for my crime, which is, something that is really ridiculous, because it was one of them things where you couldn't prove that I did it. But sometimes I say to myself, I'm getting punished for the things I didn't get caught doing. So, that old saying, what happens in the dark comes to light, it can happen. But I just want everybody to know that you can change. You can take your negative and turn your negative into a positive. You don't have to walk around and feel like, yo, I'm a loser today, so I'm going to be a loser for the rest of my life. Or I made one bad mistake, and that bad mistake is going to, affect me for the rest of my life. We all change. God gives us free reins to change. It's all in you if you want to change. I've come to prison, like I said, when I came to prison, I was a hard head, hot head.
This call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
I didn't want to learn. I didn't care about what the guard said. You know, I felt like, yo, you beneath me. And it gets hard sometimes when you in here. Today's my birthday, July the 21st. I turned 46 today. And I look around sometimes and look at some of the officers, and I'm like, yo, y'all are babies. I got children y'all age. And, you know, being in here, you are subject to having to do what this child is telling you to do. But, you know, your change is for the better. So, you know, if I can go through what I'm going through, this storm that I'm going through now, and see a light at the end of the tunnel, you know, this might be the story that can help one child, that can help one guy that's in the gang right now and don't know how to get out of the gang. I want you to know that true soldiers stand alone. You don't have to have a crew with you to be that man. You don't have to have all of these dudes around you to be respected. The ones that's respected is the ones that's out there going to work every day and coming home, being able to take care of home. You're not respected because you in here and you a big homie and you can tell this dude what to do and tell that dude what to do. That's not respect. You know, that's not the respect that you want. That's not the respect I want. So, you know, my truth is own your mistake. The quicker you can own your mistake and put that mistake behind you, the sooner God can open the door, will open the door to make it better for you. You know, it's been certain people that came into my life, Miss Fault being one, is giving me the opportunity to shine, basically, to show that I can change and I have changed. You know, if I was to go back, when I go back to society, I would like to continue this movement with Miss Fault, because this movement has gave not only myself but a whole bunch of guys in here a purpose. You know, it gives us a reason to feel like, yo, I can keep moving forward because there's somebody that's moving forward with me. If I fall, it's going to be somebody there to pick me up, help me get back up. It's going to be somebody to help me say, yo, it's okay, you made a mistake, but keep pushing forward. Those are the type of people that we need to surround ourselves with, not the ones that's telling you, yo, it's okay, go on out there and shoot that dude. That's not your man, because at the end of the day, when you locked up, all of them guys is going to be out there in the streets living their lives. I came to North Carolina from Tallahassee, Florida, feeling like I was chasing the dream of getting that fast money. And it ended up putting me here for the last 26 years. So, you know, to sum my truth up in a nutshell, just own your mistakes. When we make a mistake, it don't mean that it's the end of the world. Go through something. It's a saying that, you know, one of my men be telling me all the time, you got to go through something to know something. So just don't let that one mistake affect you.
Mm-hmm.
Keep pushing. And that's my truth as I know it.
So let me ask you this. I want you to finish this right here. If people would just listen to one part of your life, let it be this, what would you say to that?
Let it be known that I'm a loving person. I'm not the man that I was 20 plus years ago. I'm a grown man now, and I want to do grown man things. I want to be able to experience the life of being able to be in the streets with my kids and my grandkids. Know that once I get my second chance, then I'm trying to come home and be a positive help in society. I'm trying to come home and I'm a firm advocate in each one teach one, we all learn. So I'm a firm believer in that when my second chance is granted, that if I can reach out and grab just one and pull that one out, then maybe that one will go back and pull one more. So I just wanted to be known that I'm not the little boy that I was when I came in here. At 21 years old, I was a little boy, and I thought like a little boy. At 46 years old, I'm a grown man, and I think as a grown man. So just know that when God opened those doors, there's a soldier coming back out there, and a soldier for the right cause and no longer the wrong cause.
All right. I like that. I definitely like that.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you would like to say? Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, like I said, I owe a lot to you, Miss Falk, because like I said, you give us in here hope. You know what I mean? With what you're doing, you know, and me knowing your testimony, you give us help. You give us a reason to continue to push forward, because we know we got somebody that's pushing forward for us. And that is very, very, very appreciative, especially in here whenever you got people that like to talk down to you, whether the guards are up.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
So I just like to thank you for the opportunity to, you know, tell my truth.
Oh, you're welcome. This is a platform for the people, and I believe y'all voices deserve to be heard and the truth be told, because everybody deserves a second chance. And if you ever want to utilize the platform again, just let me know, and we'll be in touch. And I thank you for joining me today on Behind the Walls Talk. I'm very grateful for you and everything that you're doing.
You have 30 seconds remaining.
To help support Behind the Walls Talk.